Do you know, for years, bro, I always thought that I couldn't be a man. It's sad, but I'm telling you the honest truth. For years, I looked at myself in the mirror, and I knew what was in between my legs, but I always thought, well, I grew up in the ghetto. My father left. I've been bashed and beaten my whole life, but I was so broken as a young man that I became exactly what, well, I didn't want to become, especially in my younger years. For a while, I was this fat, insecure, scared, numb little boy. And I was so broken, bro, that I couldn't look myself in the mirror. I hated myself. And I succumbed to that, well, this is how I'm always going to be forever. Fat and overweight, just a loser, so scared, so anxious, so worried. But as I got a little bit older, I really followed the path that was kind of laid out for me. Because you boys know that I grew up in the ghetto. And if you know what the ghetto is like, bro, every single person there is just on a path of just chaos and destruction through drugs and alcohol and crime. And my whole life, man, from 15 to 20, all I did was exactly what I said. Drugs and dumb stuff and getting into trouble. And that was my whole life. And I always had something about me that I knew that there was something off. My masculinity wasn't radiating through. It wasn't shining. It was broken. Because for so long, up until the age of 20, so let's say for a good 10 years, I was broken. Now, I was able to hide it for 5 years when I was a degenerate, drinking and doing drugs and sleeping around. But even the 5 years before that, from 10 to 15, I felt it. I felt it a lot. And I ran from it from 15 to 20 through drugs and having fun. But it was at the age of 20 where I hit a place so low in life. And I thought to myself, okay, like something's got to change. Otherwise, I'm not going to be here anymore. Because like my mind started to take a toll on me, bro. It was bad. And that's when I got onto self-improvement. But there was still something inside of me that was like, well, you can never become a man. Because, well, look at what you've been through and who you are and what's going on in your life. And still, bro, at the age of 20, I was still living in public housing, the ghetto. And like, man, my life wasn't good. It was actually the lowest it had ever been. But after a while of building myself up brick by brick, I started to realize that becoming a man isn't dependent on your skin color. Because that was actually one factor that I thought I couldn't be a man because I'm Indian. Like, bro, if you know anything about Indians, man, and the way I grew up, man, I was just riddled with so many insecurities just about being Indian and brown skin. But I also thought like, oh, well, I went through this and I never had a father and I was a drug addict and all of this went on for me in my life. I thought, well, I'm never destined to be a man. But one day it hit me. It was like a slap across the face. I'm just playing the victim. And that's what's happening in our generation. We're playing the victim. Boo-hoo. This happened to you. This happened to you. It's a joke. Because I'm going to say something to you right now. Masculinity is only destined for you young men out there that genuinely go after it. Because you'll grow up and you'll get some hair on your private parts and on your face. But you might grow up and just become a big boy or a guy or a dude, but not a man. But there's a certain way of living that I've spoken about so many times in my other videos. But there's something else that genuinely changed for me that's really started to step me into my masculinity. And it's not only building my body and keeping my word and being a better man. It wasn't any of those things and having good, ways of living. But it was a few other things that I'm going to lay out for you that if you take on board what I say, it'll change the game for you as well, bro. You see, most of us, we are so motivated. And I don't blame you because I am the same, bro. We are super motivated by, look, money and females and status and being cool and this and that, right? But when you want to step into your masculinity, being a man, that eventually, you can go out and do whatever you want, bro. Whatever you want to do, right? You can do that. But there's a way to go about it in your life that will really calibrate you to becoming a better man. And we're going to speak about two main things and I'm going to link it together. You see, most of us don't realize that our mindset is everything. And we're growing up in a time right now where our mindset is broken. Because you get a tickle in your pants and you can't stop fapping. You get a craving to do some drugs or play some video games or scroll on YouTube and you can't stop it. Your mindset is broken to where you see a beautiful girl and you can't say hello. Your mindset is broken to where you don't even feel good about who's staring back at you in the mirror. Most of us don't realize that society has programmed us in a way to be exactly how we are. And we're living in a time right now where the world doesn't care about you. The world's never cared about you the way that you need to care about yourself. And your mindset will be the first and most beneficial thing for primarily bringing out your masculinity. Because your mindset is pretty easy to build, or it's pretty easy to have it be something that works against you. Most of us don't realize that our mindset is our biggest asset or our biggest enemy. And we've made it our biggest enemy, and we've conditioned our minds to seek the path of being a bitch. Getting that tickle in your pants and fulfilling that urge to fap. Eating the food that you know you shouldn't eat. Doing the things that you know you shouldn't do. Well, your mindset works by exactly what you do. And what we've been doing for so long has ruined us. But if you want to build your mindset, which it is a non-negotiable as a man to build your mindset, you need to listen to these things. You need to keep your word. You actually do need to have some non-negotiables for your life. Like, I'm only going to do this with my life. I'm not going to hang out with these people. I'm going to go to the gym every day. I'm going to keep my word. I'm not going to make excuses. Your mindset starts to develop the more you start to seek discomfort in your life, genuinely. Because it's hard to go to the gym when you don't feel like it. It's hard to do the right thing when all of your friends are doing the wrong thing. It's hard to eat the good food when you're so hungry and there's no other things to eat. I would tell you that your mindset is everything. And as you start to build up your life, you'll see that your mindset has stages. And you can have a good mindset now, but a better mindset later, then a great mindset later, then an excellent one, then an ironclad one. Your mindset works in stages. And I've got my mindset to a point where I would say it's up there to an ironclad mindset, because I know how I am, I know how I think, I know what I do. So you need to go through your life building up your mindset by seeking growth, keeping your word, having non-negotiables. Go out and seek like pain as well. And you'll see that your mindset attached to this, your mission, these two things right here in your life will be your beacon of light, genuinely. Because as a man, your purpose isn't to write down, the to-do list for another man and fulfill his mission. It's not. Your mission has always been, from the dawn of time, genuinely, to conquer, to be on a conquest, to destroy, genuinely, to build something, an empire. And that's how it's always been for men. So in life, the reason why so many of us are so fucked up is because we're rudderless. We're literally going around without purpose. And if you start to look at your life as something that needs to have purpose, why the fuck are you here? Because it's not here to fulfill another man's mission or his purpose, but why are you here? And if you can figure that out, and it's easy, look at your life, look at what you've been through. How can you help society through what you know or who you are or who you can become? My mission has always been this. I've known it from day one. As soon as I started to build myself up and knowing everything that I've been through and what I used to get up to, I'm like, okay, I know exactly how I used to think, who I used to be, what I used to do. I can help young men. I never had a father, never had role models, never had anyone but myself. So I know that if I had all the money in the world, I would still be doing this. And you need to find that exact thing for you. If you had all the money in the world, what would you do and how would you serve the world? Sounds funny, but I'm genuinely saying that this is how you figure out your mission. Because your mission will give you direction. Your mission in life is something that will stop every single thing that is distracting you, stopping you, making you weak. It'll stop it all and give you this infinite power to keep going in life. So these two things, right? Your mindset, your mission, will give you this calibration of being a man. There are so many things inside of this that I could depack, but this is like the core. Now, what I want you to realize, we're living in a time right now where it's a materialistic world. Genuinely, it just is. money and nice things and status and respect and all of that stuff. It's important. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because even from the dawn of times, most men strived to have an abundance of women, to have all the resources, to have all the food, to have all the shelter. It's just how we've developed. It's who we are. This is our evolution. But here's what I want you to realize, right? And it's kind of cool that every single thing that you want in life comes from your mindset. You want to build that body so maybe you can attract some girls, or you want to build the body to have the mindset so you can make some fucking money. Your mindset is everything. Your mission is exactly how you're going to go about your life, right? And then every single thing that you want is a byproduct of these two things. So let's say you want to make some money. Let's say you want some females. Let's say you want some respect. Let's say whatever you want, some nice things. Your mindset and your mission will give you that. Now, listen to me, right? Most of these things in today's society will be labeled, oh, you want to focus on money, that's toxic, or you just care about females, that's toxic. The world will put that agenda right down your throat. It just will. But here's what I can say to this. Most of us are here to leave a legacy of children. Most of us are here to attract a mate. Most of us are here to help our family. Most of us are here to enjoy our lives to the best of our ability. And we can't do any of that shit without money. We can't do any of that, like genuinely. You can't help your family. You can't provide for your kids. You can't have or enjoy your life without making something of yourself. So you need to realize that, get it out your mindset that this world isn't about what we are talking about now, because it always has been about resources. Resources, food, money, shelter, all of this stuff, right? Females. So look at this. Your mindset, your mission, those will give you what you want in life, to give back to society, your family, to enjoy your life, and then realize it's cyclic, or there's levels to the fucking game. Because in life, as you get older, as you start developing more, you start to realize your mindset can go from good to great to excellent to ironclad. Your mission, it's forever going. There's more people to help. There's more things to do, right? There's more things to conquer. And as you start developing more, you start to realize it's like a branch, and there's more things to just continue conquering or fulfilling for your own mission. And then there's more things to always have in your life. And you'll go through this cycle the more you realize that you're in control of your life, and that everything that you want comes back down to your mindset, comes back down to your mission. Genuinely. And then you just go through the cycles of how much money you got and whatever car you're driving, and however much you're able to give back to society and help this person and help that person and take your girl out on a date or whatever. But if you live your life congruent of this ironclad mindset, keep your word, seek pain, you'll only do what you know that you're supposed to do, have non-negotiables, have a mission, a conquest, something that you're going to build up and no one will be able to destroy. And have that, bring in the resources, and then go again, and then go again, and then go again. Your whole life will start to change. Who I am today is nothing more than my mind. Who I am today is nothing more than a man on his mission. Genuinely. And if you're living a life where you're not happy with, it's because your mindset's broken. It's because you're not living congruent to a mission. Genuinely. So look at this, bro, because these are the 3 tenets, principles, my own look at masculinity. Look, like I said, there's so many things that I could dive deeper into masculinity and all these other things, right? But this is what I think that most of us men should focus on, our mindset, our mission, and that being allowing what we want to have in life come true, and then going again. Because, bro, when you're at the bottom, you're going to get up. And you're going to realize, okay, look, I built myself up. Let's go again. Boom. Built myself up even more. Boom. Let me go again. And you just keep going until you've dominated your world, this world. And you're living life the way that you want to live. So do this, bro. Listen to what I got to say. And you'll see the change and the calibration of man that you become. If you want to do coaching with me one-on-one, or if you want to join a group or a network of young men all pushing to be on their mission, to be better, to be great, then go to the link in the description or message me on Instagram and we'll sort something out, bro. I love you, brother. I mean that.